Welcome to Passion Travel. Explore world street food, captivating vlogs, and inspiring journeys with us. Subscribe to experience adventure in every video. Pain Perdue French toast made with thick slices of bread soaked in egg and milk. Pain Perdue French toast. Ingredients: 4 thick slices of day-old bread, such as French bread or brioche. 2 large eggs. Half a cup, 120 milliliters, milk. 1 tablespoon granulated sugar. 1 teaspoon vanilla extract. Pinch of salt. Butter or neutral oil, for frying. Powdered sugar, for dusting, optional. Maple syrup or honey, for serving, optional. Fresh berries or sliced fruit, for garnish, optional. Instructions: in a shallow dish, whisk together the eggs, milk, granulated sugar, vanilla extract, and a pinch of salt until well combined. Place the slices of bread in the egg mixture, letting them soak for about 30 seconds on each side. Make sure the bread is thoroughly coated but not overly saturated. Heat a skillet or frying pan over medium heat and add a small amount of butter or oil to coat the bottom. Once the skillet is hot, carefully transfer the soaked bread slices to the pan. Cook for 2 to 3 minutes on each side, or until golden brown and crisp. Remove the French toast from the skillet and place it on a serving plate. Repeat with the remaining slices of bread, adding more butter or oil to the skillet as needed. Once all the French toast slices are cooked, sprinkle them with powdered sugar if desired. Serve warm with maple syrup or honey drizzled over the top and garnish with fresh berries or sliced fruit if you like. Enjoy your delicious Pain Perdue as a breakfast or brunch treat. Waffles, sweet or savory, these Belgian treats are popular street snacks. Recipe for homemade waffles. Ingredients: 2 cups, 250 g, all-purpose flour. 2 tablespoons, granulated sugar. 1 tablespoon baking powder. 1/2 teaspoon salt. 2 large eggs. 1 3/4 cups, 420 milliliters, milk. Half a cup, 115 g, unsalted butter, melted. 1 teaspoon vanilla extract. Instructions: preheat your waffle iron according to the manufacturer's instructions. In a large mixing bowl, whisk together the flour, sugar, baking powder, and salt until well combined. In a separate bowl, beat the eggs, then add the milk, melted butter, and vanilla extract. Whisk until smooth. Pour the wet ingredients into the dry ingredients and stir until just combined. Do not overmix, a few lumps are okay. Lightly grease the waffle iron with cooking spray or brush with melted butter. Pour enough batter onto the center of the preheated waffle iron to cover about 2/3 of the surface area. The batter will spread when you close the lid. Close the waffle iron and cook according to the manufacturer's instructions, usually for about 3 to 5 minutes, or until the waffles are golden brown and crisp. Carefully remove the cooked waffles from the waffle iron and place them on a wire rack to cool slightly. Repeat with the remaining batter. Serve the waffles warm with your favorite toppings such as maple syrup, fresh berries, whipped cream, or Nutella. Churros, fried dough pastries dusted with sugar, often served with chocolate sauce. Recipe for homemade churros. Ingredients: 1 cup, 240 milliliters, water. 2 tablespoons, 30 g, granulated sugar. 1/2 teaspoon salt. 2 tablespoons, 30 g, unsalted butter. 1 cup, 125 g, all-purpose flour. 2 large eggs. Vegetable oil, for frying. 1/4 cup, 50 g, granulated sugar, for coating. 1 teaspoon ground cinnamon, for coating. Instructions: in a saucepan, combine the water, sugar, salt, and butter. Bring to a boil over medium heat, stirring occasionally until the butter is melted and the sugar is dissolved. Remove the saucepan from the heat and add the flour all at once. Stir vigorously with a wooden spoon until the mixture forms a smooth dough. Return the saucepan to low heat and continue to cook the dough, stirring constantly, for about 1 to 2 minutes to dry it out slightly. The dough should pull away from the sides of the pan and form a ball. Remove the saucepan from the heat and let the dough cool for a few minutes. Meanwhile, heat about 2 inches of vegetable oil in a deep skillet or pot to 350 degrees Fahrenheit 175 degrees Celsius. Transfer the cooled dough to a piping bag fitted with a large star tip. Carefully pipe 4 to 6 inch strips of dough directly into the hot oil, using scissors to cut the dough from the piping bag. Be cautious to avoid splattering hot oil. Fry the churros for 3 to 4 minutes, turning them occasionally with tongs, until they are golden brown and crispy. Use a slotted spoon to transfer the fried churros to a plate lined with paper towels to drain any excess oil. In a shallow dish, mix together the granulated sugar and ground cinnamon for coating the churros. While the churros are still warm, roll them in the cinnamon sugar mixture until evenly coated. Serve the churros immediately, optionally with chocolate sauce, caramel sauce, or dulce de leche for dipping. Tartine open-faced sandwich topped with various ingredients like cheese, ham, or vegetables. Tartine is an open-faced sandwich that originated in France. Here's a simple recipe for a classic tartine. Ingredients: 2 slices of crusty bread, such as baguette or sourdough. 1 ripe avocado. 1 small tomato, sliced. 2 to 3 slices of cooked bacon or smoked salmon, optional. 1 tablespoon olive oil. Salt and pepper to taste. Fresh herbs like parsley or basil for garnish, optional. Instructions: toast the slices of bread until golden brown and crispy. While the bread is toasting, have the avocado and remove the pit. Scoop out the flesh into a bowl and mash it with a fork until smooth. Season with salt and pepper to taste. Once the bread is toasted, spread a generous layer of mashed avocado onto each slice. Arrange the sliced tomato on top of the avocado. If using, add slices of cooked bacon or smoked salmon on top of the tomato. Drizzle each tartine with olive oil and sprinkle with a pinch of salt and pepper. Garnish with fresh herbs like parsley or basil, if desired. Serve the tartines immediately as an appetizer, snack, or light meal. Beignets, deep-fried donuts dusted with powdered sugar. Beignets are delicious deep-fried pastries popular in French cuisine, often enjoyed as a sweet treat. Here's a classic recipe. Ingredients: 1 cup, 240 milliliters, lukewarm water. 2 1/4 teaspoons, 1 packet, active dry yeast. 1/4 cup, 50 g, granulated sugar. 1 teaspoon salt. 2 large eggs. Half a cup, 120 milliliters, evaporated milk or whole milk. 4 cups, 500 g, all-purpose flour, plus extra for dusting. 1/4 cup, 60 g, unsalted butter, softened. Vegetable oil, for frying. Powdered sugar, for dusting. Instructions: in a small bowl, combine the lukewarm water and yeast. Let it sit for about 5 minutes until the yeast is dissolved and frothy. In a large mixing bowl or the bowl of a stand mixer fitted with a dough hook attachment, combine the dissolved yeast mixture, sugar, salt, eggs, and evaporated milk. Gradually add the flour to the wet ingredients, mixing until a soft dough forms. Add the softened butter to the dough and continue kneading until the butter is fully incorporated and the dough is smooth and elastic, about 5 to 7 minutes. Transfer the dough to a lightly greased bowl, cover with a clean kitchen towel or plastic wrap, and let it rise in a warm place until doubled in size, about 1 to 2 hours. Once the dough has risen, gently punch it down and turn it out onto a lightly floured surface. Roll the dough out to about 1/4 inch, 0.6 centimeters, thickness. Using a knife or pizza cutter, cut the dough into squares or rectangles, about 2 to 3 inches, 5 to 7.5 centimeters, in size. In a deep skillet or Dutch oven, heat vegetable oil to 350 degrees Fahrenheit 175 degrees Celsius over medium heat. Carefully place a few pieces of dough into the hot oil, being careful not to overcrowd the pan. Fry the beignet for 2 to 3 minutes on each side, or until golden brown and puffed up. Using a slotted spoon or tongs, remove the fried beignet from the oil and place them on a plate lined with paper towels to drain any excess oil. Repeat the frying process with the remaining pieces of dough. Once all the beignets are fried and drained, dust them generously with powdered sugar. Serve the beignets warm, either as they are, or with a dipping sauce of your choice. Crepes Suzette thin pancakes flambéed with orange liqueur and served with a sweet sauce. Crepes Suzette is a classic French dessert made with thin crepes served with a delicious orange-infused sauce. Here's a traditional recipe. Ingredients. For the crepes: 1 cup, 125 g, all-purpose flour. 2 large eggs. 1 cup, 240 milliliters, milk. 1/4 cup, 60 milliliters, water. 2 tablespoons unsalted butter, melted. 2 tablespoons granulated sugar. Pinch of salt. Butter or oil for cooking. For the Suzette sauce: 1/2 cup, 120 g, unsalted butter. 1/2 cup, 100 g, granulated sugar. Zest of 1 orange. Juice of 2 oranges. 1/4 cup, 60 milliliters, orange liqueur, such as Grand Marnier or Cointreau. 1/4 cup, 60 milliliters, brandy or cognac, optional. Orange segments, for garnish, optional. Instructions. Prepare the crepes. In a large mixing bowl, whisk together the flour, eggs, milk, water, melted butter, sugar, and salt until smooth. Let the batter rest for at least 30 minutes at room temperature. Heat a non-stick skillet or crepe pan over medium heat. Lightly grease the skillet with butter or oil. Pour a small ladleful of batter into the skillet, swirling it around to coat the bottom evenly. Cook the crepe for about 1 to 2 minutes until the edges start to lift and the bottom is lightly golden. Flip the crepe and cook for another 1 to 2 minutes until cooked through. Repeat with the remaining batter, stacking the cooked crepes on a plate as you go. Prepare the Suzette sauce. In a skillet or saucepan, melt the butter over medium heat. Stir in the sugar and orange zest, and cook until the sugar is dissolved and the mixture is bubbling. Carefully add the orange juice, orange liqueur, and brandy, if using. Stir to combine and let the sauce simmer for a few minutes until slightly thickened. Reduce the heat to low and add the cooked crepes, one at a time, folding them into quarters and then in half to form triangles. Allow the crepes to warm through in the sauce for a minute or 2. Serve. Arrange the crepes on serving plates. Pour some of the sauce over each serving, making sure to include some orange zest. Garnish with orange segments if desired. Optionally, you can flambe the crepes by carefully igniting the sauce with a long match or lighter. Gaufres forays stuffed waffles filled with cream, fruit, or chocolate. Gaufres forays translates to filled waffles in English. These are waffles that are filled with a variety of sweet or savory fillings. Here's a basic recipe for making filled waffles. Ingredients. For the waffle batter: 2 cups, 250 g, all-purpose flour. 2 tablespoons, granulated sugar. 1 tablespoon baking powder. 1/2 teaspoon salt. 2 large eggs. 1 3/4 cups, 420 milliliters, milk. 1/2 cup, 115 g, unsalted butter, melted. 1 teaspoon vanilla extract. For the filling: your choice of fillings such as Nutella, chocolate spread, fruit preserves, whipped cream, caramel sauce, or savory options like cheese, ham, or spinach. Instructions. Preheat your waffle iron according to the manufacturer's instructions. In a large mixing bowl, whisk together the flour, sugar, baking powder, and salt. In another bowl, beat the eggs, then add the milk, melted butter, and vanilla extract. Whisk until smooth. Pour the wet ingredients into the dry ingredients and stir until just combined. Be careful not to overmix, a few lumps are okay. Lightly grease the waffle iron with cooking spray or brush with melted butter. Pour enough batter onto the center of the preheated waffle iron to cover about 2/3 of the surface area. The batter will spread when you close the lid. Place your desired filling onto the batter in the waffle iron, being careful not to overfill. Close the waffle iron and cook according to the manufacturer's instructions, usually for about 3 to 5 minutes, or until the waffles are golden brown and cooked through. Carefully remove the filled waffles from the waffle iron and place them on a wire rack to cool slightly. Repeat with the remaining batter and filling. Serve the filled waffles warm, optionally dusted with powdered sugar or drizzled with additional toppings like chocolate sauce or fruit compote.